There's a dirty little secret on YouTube right now, and it's costing expats thousands of dollars moving here to Thailand. Content creators love to post about their budgets. And normally they post about their lowest monthly budget, moving in here, living on $1 noodle meals, living in a shoebox apartment, and basically doing nothing for the whole month. And then they market it as a luxury lifestyle budget. If you try to live in Bangkok on the numbers you see in most of these video titles, you're in for a rude awakening. So in this video, we're gonna break down the 6 lies that you see on most YouTube videos talking about living here in Bangkok, Thailand. Rent, food, dating, the weather, cost of living, and that visa maze. We're going to talk about the lie, the real numbers, the practical fixes that's going to make it possible for you to move to Bangkok, Thailand and enjoy your life. Are you ready to dig in? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's up? It's JJ, the Lonely Bull in Asia, just hanging out. I'm in RE right now, a neighborhood I've only visited once, so I wanted to revisit and check things out. I'm in a coffee shop, just having my Americano hot. And we'll get into the discussion. I've lived here for almost 2 years now. Not in this area, but in Bangkok. And so I've experienced a little bit of everything. And the thing that I've noticed most is the way you see a lot of these YouTube channels kind of give you a false narrative about how cheap it is to live in Bangkok. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. It is a lot cheaper than most places in the West, but it's not the cheapest in Southeast Asia. So I just want to keep it real like I always do. And do me a favor, if you like my content, make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. So let's get into it now. Okay, so here's what you see a lot on YouTube now. The titles: how I live in Bangkok on $500 a month, how I live a luxury lifestyle on under $1,000 a month, things like that. That's luxury. That's a loose-fitting term, and you're going to find that out. YouTubers, they show this lifestyle where you can live in a luxury condo with an infinity pool and a great gym, co-working space, all the amenities, and you can live there, live in downtown Bangkok or central Bangkok, eat, have a great nightlife, all for under $800 a month. Well, that's just not really true. So let's dig into the details. I'm going to cover all the lies, what the truth is, and then the fix, or how to get around that. That way it makes your life a little easier when you move out here. So first of all, let's talk about the truths. Survival versus comfort. $500 to $800 is a temporary backpacking or survival budget, not a sustainable long-term lifestyle. So the Western comfort trap, replicating a Western quality of life, air conditioning running 24/7, imported groceries, Western dining, craft beer, private health insurance, quickly pushes a realistic monthly budget to $1,500 to $2,500 a month plus. So the hidden expenses: foreign transaction fees, visa extensions, health travel insurance, and emergency funds are rarely mentioned in monthly cost videos. So here's the trade-off, or the fix, I call it. A hybrid lifestyle. Eat like a local 70% of the time, but budget like a realist. $1,500 a month minimum. That's if you want a comfortable central apartment, modern amenities, and freedom to socialize without stressing over every buy. Lie number 2, cheap luxury condos in Bangkok. So the lie is you can get a cheap luxury condo with a rooftop pool, all the amenities, for $250 to $300 a month. That's between 8,000 and 10,000 baht a month in central Bangkok. The truth is, location and size disconnect. That $250 condo is usually 22 square meters in size, shoebox, located about 45 to 60 minutes outside central Bangkok, like Bang Na or Samrong area. The contract realities. The best monthly rates require a 1-year minimum contract with 2 months of rent up front as a security deposit. So short-term rentals, 1 to 3 months, carry massive markups. Utility surprises. Condos often charge higher rates per unit for electricity, meaning peak summer AC bills can add another $70 to $120 a month in your utility charges. So make sure if you move here that you're on the government rate for electricity. Real central prices. Central expat areas like Asok, Prakanong, Prompong, Anut, RE typically range from $450 to $900 a month for a standard 1-bedroom. So the trade-off, neighborhood trade-off. Move slightly off the main BTS SkyTrain line. So Anut, Udom Suk, those places that are still close to the train, but you're away from central Bangkok. So you get double the space for basically the same price. You could commit to a 12-month lease if staying long-term. I'm in Prompong, which is a high-end area. My condo is 42 square meters, so it's good size. They wanted $30,000. I offered $25,000 and a 2-year lease, and they took it. So you can also negotiate. There's always a possibility to negotiate your prices. So line number 3, cheap, healthy food every day. The lie is you'll eat $1.50 gourmet food on the street every day and you'll never need a kitchen. Truth is, I have a kitchen, but I hardly ever use it because I do eat out a lot. Because you can eat out on a budget, but sitting in air-conditioned cafes, shopping mall food courts, or Western restaurants jumps that $1.50 to $2.50 daily food costs up to about $8 to $20 per meal. Import taxes. Craving for the Western comfort foods like cheese, good ground beef, wine, cereal, that sort of thing, comes with a heavy import tariff. A block of foreign cheese can cost more than a full dinner here. So here's the trade-off. It's called the food court strategy. Utilize upscale mall food courts like Terminal 21, Pier 21, where food is hygienic, cheap, cooked fresh, and served in air-conditioned comfort. Reserve Western dining for occasional treats. So in other words, don't go out every night and have a Western dinner. You're spending $20, $30, $40 a night minimum on that. There are restaurants and pubs where you can get a good Western meal for under $15. So look for those deals. Don't think you have to go out and have the best food, the highest priced food every night. Line number 4, dating is effortless. Dating is hassle-free and everyone is instantly attracted to foreigners. That's the lie. The truth is politeness versus connection. So foreigners often mistake Thai polite hospitality for genuine romantic intent. So it's all part of their culture. Say you go to a bar, this is your regular bar or pub or restaurant, and you go there 2, maybe 3 times a week, and you've been doing that for a while, and you get the same waitress, and she always smiles at you, and she's very friendly. Even when she's not serving you, when she walks by, she looks at you and gives you a nice smile. And you're thinking to yourself, there's a connection. We had a thing going on here. There was a moment, right? So you build up your bravery, and you decide to, what the heck, I'm gonna ask her out. So you get her kind of alone so your friends aren't around and her coworkers aren't around, and you ask if she would go out with you, and you ask for her line. And she politely says no. Now you're crushed. And now you've got a dilemma. You not only got turned down by your favorite waitress at your favorite pub or restaurant, but now you have to go back in there every time and see her. How embarrassing is that? So now you have to find a new place to make your regular place to go. That's the dilemma, guys. So don't misunderstand politeness with a connection, okay? The other truth, cultural and language barriers, deep communication challenges, family obligations, the cultural expectations around financial support, that can create long-term friction if ignored. The nightlife bubble also. Men who spend all their time in nightlife zones like Nana and Soy Cowboy, Pat Pong, they fall into the artificial dynamics and then generalize Thai dating based on those scenes. Here's the fix. Step outside the tourist bubble. Learn basic conversational Thai, date outside the party districts, and approach relationships with the same discernment, patience, and clear boundaries you would anywhere else in the world. Lie number 5, perfect tropical weather year-round. It's sunny 365 days a year. You're living in paradise, right? Truth is, there's brutal heat here. March through May brings crushing 100+ degree Fahrenheit weather. High humidity makes walking outside during the day exhausting. You'll find yourself doing 2-3 showers a day, changing clothes 2-3 times a day if you're outside a lot. Monsoon and flooding. Rainy season from July to October brings flash floods that stall Bangkok traffic for hours, rendering street transport useless. The nice thing about rainy season is, yeah, sometimes you get those monsoons, but most of the time it only rains maybe late afternoon, early evening for a couple hours, and then it's done. If you're in a high flood area, just get indoors somewhere and wait it out until the rain stops and the water recedes, and then you're fine. If you're in the rainy season, it's a good idea to just take your umbrella with you every time you go out, because chances are, even if it doesn't say so in the forecast, it's probably going to rain. I looked at the forecast before I left this morning. We're right in the middle of rainy season. It said 0% chance of rain all day. I took my umbrella just in case, and look at outside. It looks like it's going to start raining at any time. So you just never know. The burning season, that PM 2.5 level, can be a bear in the first couple of months of the year. So the trade-off is in gear and indoor prep. Equip your condo with good air purifiers, track that AQI, the Air Quality Index app, buy quality rain gear for monsoon season, and adjust your daily schedule to do errands early in the morning or late at night. And again, take an umbrella with you every time you go out. All right, you ready for lie number 6? And before we get there, make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Hit that thumbs up button. It helps the algorithm. I really appreciate it. So let's get to lie number 6. You can just move here forever with zero hassle. So pack your bags, fly here on a tourist stamp, and figure things out as you go. That's the big lie. The truth is, the visa crackdowns, unlimited back-to-back border runs on tourist visas are a thing of the past now. Immigration offices actively flag frequent tourists that are living in the country full-time without a proper visa. The legal realities, long-term legal options require financial commitment, remote work proof, age eligibility, or marriage documentation. The only visas that are really getting changed a lot are the tourist visas. The 60-day entry free is changing to 30 days. The DTV visa is being looked at. That's a tourist visa, guys. So be aware of those. But really, the retirement visas haven't changed. Now, there are a lot of requirements to get a retirement visa. So you make sure you talk to somebody who's in the know, and make sure you get all the actual information before you make any decision on which visa is right for you. That's the trade-off. Plan the legal route first. Research legitimate long-term pathways, such as the Destination Thai Visa, DTV, for remote workers, an education visa, a non-O marriage or retirement visa, or Thailand Privilege, and factor visa costs into your startup budget. Thailand's a world-class destination to live in, but it's a real country. It's not a discount theme park. So which of these lies surprised you the most? Or which myth did you have to bust when you first came to Bangkok, Thailand? I'd love to know, love to hear about it in the comments below. As always, like, share, and subscribe. And live life, my friends. Sabay sabay. And we'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.